Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do the Reforged art review session number 4. It's the 15th of October on Tuesday 2019, and we are listening to some Reforged soundtrack that was uploaded just a few days ago. Actually, it sounds pretty familiar because it's the exact same as Warcraft 3. Either they're coming with new music later on, or it is just a up-qualitied version of the OST we already know, which is phenomenal, by the way. So, very worthy backdrop. Happy to listen to it. If it is higher quality, it's not like I could recognize it because I have $1 speakers. But here we are on Wowhead, the URL in highlighted here. As you can see, we're going to review the character models Archimond, Kil'jaeden, and Magtheridon, including more. Let's get right into it. And here is Archimond. Is he, he's like a Draenei Burning Legion general or something? Isn't he the one that got his behind burned by detonate? 10,000 detonates. Shall we zoom in? We don't only objectify female mages, but also Draenei Burning Legion. Alright, so Archimond looks pretty much as I would expect, I guess. I don't have a discerning eye to see if every detail, every emblem is in the right place, but I think he looks pretty darn cool, so I'm gonna give it the seal of approval. Let me go back to this one. Moving to the next is a zombie. It looks a little underlighted. It might be dark, but that's a pretty darn cool looking zombie. Looks like he has seen better times, but he does have giant hands. I wonder, is that like part of the affliction of when you turn into a zombie, that your hands swell up and your claws extend? Maybe this is a zombie of a ghoul, but the ghoul is already half dead, isn't it? He's got an impressive hip to waist ratio. You like that, Gypt? Anyway, zombie, cool. Here is Osgalor. Which is a pit lord, of course. A demon. Actually a bit more of a pit lord. Color scheme is not what I'm used to, and he doesn't quite seem entirely fleshed out. My god, tell me they used this for Pit Lord. Sovietikoshas, they're doing a better one for Pit Lord. Even a better model. Just wait for it. Here's a Fellstalker, not a Zergling. It's not a Zergling, Lester. This is one of those Fellstalkers from Warcraft. They wouldn't be this far out unless they're gonna mana burn you. Oh shit. I loved you with Mana Surge. This is a mana burning summoner. Fellstalker. It looks pretty cool. Here is Kil'jaeden. If I had to go by appearances, I would say he is malicious. Pretty generic demon type of dude. Looks pretty darn cool, actually. But because I don't know what demons are supposed to look like, I cannot really comment on his proportions. Magtheridon. Now this is what I hope the pit lords are gonna look like, Sovietikoshas, because this one looks freaking awesome. Magthicodon. This one is super sick. Looks way better than Osgalor. Osga who? Am I right? Super, super cool. Magtheridon. I see you brought the mighty Hellscream. That's Magtheridon. Oh no, wait, that was Manaroth. Sorry. This is Manaroth. Magtheridon is... Maybe he was laughing too? Maybe he was watching from the shadows? He's like, you brought Hellscream, but I'm gonna let Manaroth do the talking. Like, oh, he's getting his behind kicked. This one looks freaking awesome as well. Really, really cool. What a foolish boy. And Sephiron. Who's Sephiron? Looks like a dragon. Looks like a blue dragon, in fact. The first frostworm. Oh! Okay. Moving on to the next thing. We got some in-game footage. Let me momentarily pause the music. This one has music or not? No, it doesn't. Okay, we keep the music on. We have a bunch of spell animations. This is courtesy of the YouTube channel Wowhead. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Make sure to check it out, that link. Just search Wowhead on YouTube. And here we go. Goblin Sappers versus Peasant.
Off we go!
It looks like he started dying before the Sapper exploded.
No!
It's like they kicked him in the nuts first, and then they exploded. Maybe that's like the final parting gift they do. I mean, there's pretty much no consequences for them anyway.
No!
See? He's like, oh! Insult to injury. Oh, he wanted to attack? Really?
Off we go!
Well, he did grab his axe. A bit late. Cool skeleton.
Outstanding.
Saved. What about the other 6? So D-Shield looks a lot less like a completely gray bubble. Previously D-Shield was super obvious, you ain't touching this. Now it's less of an animation. It could either be like not completely done yet, or they wanted it to be more neutral. I could totally see this being less, like more muted, simply because the animations team is so proud of how beautiful this paladin is, which I agree with, that they don't want to hide him in a D-Shield, but I don't know. Yeah, these are like a number of different campaign paladins, which is why they look different from Buzzcut paladin. So this is Archmage Antonidas casting Blizzard. That's how the spells in WoW look like. Ah, really?
Whatever.
I would like the D-Shield to look a little bit more like what we are used to. It's important for visibility for players that played before. Meh. Don't do it. I really love this one. I had a chance to see this yesterday. Super cool looking avatar. Thunderclap. That cooldown though. So for this one, I feel like it's a little bit too much grayscale. I mean, it looks really cool close up, but I think it doesn't have enough contrast when you go to the bird eye view that mostly you'll be playing on. The old MK avatar is all gray too. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's fine. Really gotta see it in game.
A sound plan.
So funny the proportions between these two. I mean, it's a good thing that a hero is bigger than a peasant, even if it's not realistic. I'm glad they don't only go for realism. I mean, in theory, a peasant could be taller than a prince, right? Cool looking blood mage.
Andufala.
That peasant would have to be executed. I don't understand why there's a phoenix sound from time to time. Yeah, same, I don't know.
Whatever.
Mass teleports. So, the mass teleport animation still looks very much like what we are used to in Warcraft 3. Less of a departure than D-Shield. Looks pretty good. Can you link it to me, Ben BB? So the water elemental looks a little off to me. This is Ranger General Sylvanas, so she's still a priestess of the moon. That's why she has Starfall, and she doesn't have the black skin yet of post-death banshee-ness. I think she's not entirely done
For
yet.
honor.
She's got massive eyes though. When does Reforged come out? This year. So I think Thrall looks great. Really cool skin. Like, really cool.
Yes.
Yes. The Algerian said animations are not done. This is not the final version. Which of course makes sense, because this is beta version 0 ripped, right? Obviously the game isn't out yet, so there's no cause for panic if you don't like anything. Just give them your feedback. That's what they need. Cute dog. Samuro. That's obviously a bug. Mirror image does not grant you experience. You don't like the non-ethereal wolves? Yeah, I'm a bit of a like mind that, like, they're not real wolves, right? They're summoned, so the purplishness, it wasn't pretty, but at least you knew it was magical. And these look so real, but maybe I could get used to it. But the wolf proportions are weird, like really big front paws, really small back paws. That's the weird part. Like, that's not actually how wolves look like, and maybe they're like feral spirits, but still. The Blade Masters look pretty cool in the meantime. Got it, dark. They're optimized for running backwards, for retreating. To deny experience. That's why their front paws are so big. Explosively jump backwards whenever necessary. This really gives me Heroes of the Storm feel to have this big Misha. Misha and Huffer, but we don't get to see Leo.
On the prowl.
These lizards look low texture still to me. Like they're unchanged, as if it's not ready yet. Alternatively, they kept them low texture just to not provide too much lag. But I think it's just unchanged as of yet. So it's gonna look better. Old animation. They're old lizards, yeah. TC looks really, really, really cool.
Yes,
I don't know if this is just any TC or if this is Cairn Bloodhoof.
An excellent plan.
Shockwave looks somehow different. Like, I feel like now it's more of a crescent moon, a little bit. And before it was more of an arrow, like a point. It's almost more like
An
Hadouken!
excellent plan.
You agree, Icaroni? Yeah. Sonic Boom!
I feel you, man.
So the snake seems a little bit too big. I mean, I don't mind. But... I really like the dance, Big Bad Voodoo. They're really funny. The weapon is still a little bit too big, but the animation is really cool. This is Chen.
Oh, bloody.
The fire breath is really pretty.
Oh,
It's like Dalsim Fire Breath.
I'll give it a shot.
It's pretty. But he's Yoga Flame. But his belly is less thick, right? Don't do it! Oh, he didn't. Debated. Really cool Chinese outfits. Very elaborate dress. Very pretty. It's like you want to spend the whole game in triple panda form. That panda looks angry, not funny like the original one. I liked him. Just thought he'll be a bit chubbier. Really cool pit lord. Looks super dope. Like, gorgeous.
You got it.
Goblin Alchemist? Wasn't he like colors in the current game? He had like a color. He's quite brown greenish now. He had a bit of blue, didn't he? Which I guess isn't a great idea since the coloring needs to be faction based. This is really nice looking. It does look like she amplified her assets.
By your command.
As far as I know, what I know about anatomy, it doesn't usually look that stiff. The tail, I mean. But, you know, whatever works.
By your command.
That's Lady Vash, if I'm not mistaken. Tornado doing F all, as usual. Tornado looks as crap as ever. I mean, it looks better, but it's still useless. Interesting how she kind of fades away when she's hiding behind it.
I'm on top of it.
According to the Algerian, what we're seeing right now is the new animations model mounted by fans on top of the old ones, on top of the old,
Let's roll.
let's say, chassis. I don't know if that's true, Algerian. If it is, that means this is not even the final beta version. If it isn't, then, you know, this is the current final beta version, but could still change. That's what people have been saying on the 2 subreddits. Okay. I mean, I don't know how they did it, right? So obviously, volcanoes erupt projectiles and not more volcanoes. So this part isn't done yet. I've seen the opinions on the Fire Lord are very divided. I personally, when I saw him, I thought, looks amazing. And some people say it looks awful. So quite a controversial art direction so far, apparently. Moving to the next. These are Orc units in-game preview. This is from Laced TV on YouTube. Laced TV, 12k subs. You can look him up. Leyst TV. From yesterday. Let me pause this music, it has its own. The music was in a lull, that's why you didn't hear it. I hate the names. Thanks for the sub, Rajin-san and Vaui Line. 2 spears. Hey, this is different from another headhunter I had seen. Nice troll. Orcs look the most polished so far. We don't really know anything much about Elf yet, and we've only seen Undead from the Warcraft campaign at BlizzCon. Human looks really good, but not as good as Orc yet. Grunts, Demolishers, fantastic. The way that contraption worked as well. Witch Doctor, just amazing. I hear you summon. I got something for ya. It's a cookbook! A cookbook! That's some kind of totem, I don't know what. Why does he have bottles in the back instead of totems? Because he's a witch doctor. Shaman. Really good looking, in my opinion. I love that they took your advice and changed the footman's shields to look more like the old footman. Yeah, I like it too. Algerian. Showing feedback works. We should have more chance to help with the art direction so it looks the best it possibly can. As long as we give clear feedback based on logic and constructiveness. And not only based on emotion and general feels. We haven't seen Night Elf models yet, as far as I know, Sue Barbie. King of the bongo, king of the bongo, bing! Beating on my drum. Mama was queen of the jungle, Papa was queen of the bongo, here I am dreaming. Dakota was sick and starving. Yeah, Dakota looks a little sick. Raider, super cool. The sword? I don't know. Looks like it has seen better times. And I'm thinking about some kind of 1996 weep game. Some kind of anime hero slayer thing. It's really big, the sword. Makes me feel uncomfortable. I know, that's me talking, so that says a lot. You like the damage look? It makes sense since he's smacking it into buildings. Bat Rider, and this is the Wyvern. Yeah, swords hitting fortified. Ethereal Spirit Walker. Pretty much looks like how you would expect them to. The fact that they're ethereal, of course, makes them a little bit harder to make out. The old sword is equally huge. Was it also like metallic? Like, I mean, compartmental metallic? Yeah? I guess it's sometimes it's just details that you don't get to see. He's using a staff, a cane. Yeah. I told you to get a staff. Torrents. Lack of shadows is weird. He's got a shadow. Oh yeah, zoom in on that tail. Those hooves. Tauren need more muscles. I think you have unrealistic beauty standards, Uthera808. More muscles. Yeah. Why Taurens have hooves as legs, but normal hands? Because they're Taurens, not cows. Stupid question. Well, yeah, why Taurens aren't humans or just cows? That's what Taurens are. Makes perfect sense to me. There's no such thing as a stupid question. There is, and I'll prove it to you. Can a Kodo eat a country which has a Great Hall? A question I got once. This looks like an old Tauren chieftain. Yes, in Reforged. Yes, it can. Oh, come on.
Greetings, friend.
Reforged, yay. Yo, thanks, Stefelis. Thank you very much for the 39 months. And VK91, thank you as well. 17 months. Best Warcraft 3 stream. Keep doing what you're doing, Grub. Thanks, dude.
Greetings, friend.
Yo, Prawn Lead, 27 months. Thanks, dude. Hey, this is Thrall, and he's got kind of a weird leather hat. He's quite grayish. I mean, it's not Thrall, sorry. This is a Farseer. I'm not sold on this design yet. Basically, almost any part of it, personally.
Greetings, friend.
It's a hood, not a hat. Yeah, I couldn't come up with the right name. Yeah, it's a kind of leathery hood. Like a vulture hood. Like the same wrinkles in the neck and stuff like a vulture. This is a Blade Master, standard design, not Samuro. A cowl. Yeah, there you go, a cowl. Really, really cool. Nice sword. Kind of looks like Ichigo's
Greetings,
Bankai
friend.
sword, don't you think? Bankai! The thin black blade.
Greetings.
I like his sandals. Me too. Reminds me of my youth and my third wife. Nice buckler. Getsuga Tensho! So that was really, really cool. We got a few stills. Still images. Which is what stills are. This is Sephiron. Some of you may not know, but she was actually the first Frostworm. That's a lot of chaos damage. And the Golden Sheep. Gold Battle Sheep. Level 55, 10,000 HP. Chaos damage 126 to 318. 100 armor. Formations are on. Yeah, that's what I got for now. Hope you enjoyed today's
Greetings,
Reforged
friend.
art review. I like what I saw. And as soon as the feedback channels open, I'll be sending in some feedback about this or that. And I hope you can do the same. Make sure to give good constructive feedback. And there should still be time to change certain things. If they agree with it, of course. Let's go play some games.